how do I, and Simon talked about it the other day, but how do I identify a good market? So how do I look at a market and how do I say this market is going to be a great market, or right now it's a great market? So I'll start by answering, giving my 2 cents. Number one, I think identifying the market is extremely important. You don't want to buy in a bad market, but it's not the only thing I look at, and it's probably the secondary thing I look at. I really look at the property. So I really try to identify a good property. A market is part of that, but I'm really looking for the property. The reason is I have full control of the property and I have no control of the market. So I can do all my research in the world. I can do every research. I can crunch the data. I can get analysis by paralysis and analyze markets. And then in 3 months, it's absolutely different. It completely changes. So it doesn't mean it's not important. It means it's not my primary focus. My primary focus, you're going to see that in my session this afternoon, is how to identify a good property, and then I just make sure I'm not buying in a bad market. Because, I look at these reports like the top 10 markets this year, and I'm like, well, last year this was the #1 market, and this year it's not. Right? So it's like, well, last year I bought all these properties in this market because he told me this was the greatest market, and now the next year it's not the greatest market anymore, but I own all these properties in market A. So, it's important to know if you're buying in a bad market, but I don't let that stop me. But when I look at the market, I look at 3 things: population migration, incomes, and employment. And I just want to make sure I'm near or above the national average. That's my relative number.